Hiya, I'm Trevor Risk, and you were listening to How Are You Now, the toughest podcast in Letterkenny.
It's our good buddies over at Light the Lamp with the new their new track Goon Squad
debut.
Yeah, we got to debut it before anybody else. So our good buddies from Light the Lamp out in and I know I said Pittsburgh before, but they're not out of Pittsburgh, but they are out of Pennsylvania. They're out of Harrisburg is where they're from. So there you go. But
as someone who lives on the other side of the country, I have no idea the difference. Sorry.
They're in one of those burgs over there where they have the burgs and they keep the burgs all over there.
Right.
So quick pre-show stuff. We're on TikTok now, if you didn't know that. So we do the TikTok, and we don't know how we're using
the
TikTok.
I will get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to get. I'm setting things up so that you can do duets and all that kind of stuff. So it's there, and we'll use that as part of our cosplay contest, which is a little segue into that. howareyounow.com/cosplay. If you want to send in your cosplay stuff, we did get one
and
this
I'm
week.
Super excited about it.
It's really
so
cute.
Perfect.
It's from Animal Crossing. Very adorable. Again, band this week, who we've had on a number of times before just because we love them, and they are a hockey punk band, Light the Lamp. We're always looking for new independent bands to feature. Hosts at howareyouNowPod.com if you want to send us your MP3s or link to your band camps or whatever you got's there. We also have a phone number if you want to leave us a voicemail for any particular reason, including leaving a dad joke for Tiara because she loves them so much. And he
can only come up with so many on his own.
I don't have that many. And a guest this week who we've had on before, also runs an amazing podcast, Danielle Chip Lehman. Chip. How are you, Chip?
I'm good. How are you?
Not so bad.
Hold on.
Yes, okay. I know. Tiara?
All right.
How are you now?
Good, and you?
Not so bad. I know. When I said hi to Chip, I did. I was rolling.
He's got things to do.
I have my bullet points here, and I'm getting through my bullet.
I feel like we should start putting that in the bullet points when the next season rolls around, whenever that is, because you're gonna forget again.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You'll have a year to or 8 months, 7 months to figure it out.
Exactly. It'll keep people interested in say, did Dean fuck it up this time, or did the guest fuck, or did Tiara fuck it up this time? And it's usually me. But
did Dean even ask?
Chip, how are you now?
Good, you.
Dumbly. I think I almost made Chip spit.
Very close.
I have that effect on women. Chip, tell us about what you got going on.
Well, I have the Totally Offsides podcast rolling, and we're not. It started as a duck-centric podcast, but I don't know if you guys. The ducks are really bad, like really, really bad.
They were good at for 1 minute.
Like
when they were in the movie,
about 20 years ago, something like that.
When they were in the movie,
when Emilio Estevez was running them.
I'm just going to ask for a moment of silence, really quick, because the Ducks' 9-game losing streak ended last night, and as Team Totally Offsides, we started rooting for the streak like you would a player.
Right?
The streak was our favorite. The streak needed a banner. The streak is our friend. Because the NHL record for most losses in a row is 18, and we wanted 19. Like, if you're gonna be bad, just be really bad.
Own that shit.
Yeah. But unfortunately, last night the streak left us at 9, and we're gonna work through it.
Well,
I
mean, nine is a significant number in hockey.
It's pretty bad.
It's the great one. So, so
Paul Correa.
Yeah. And you got 99. I mean,
90, the great one.
Yeah.
And like nine is sufficiently bad. The Ducks hadn't won a game in almost a month.
Yeah.
So we find other things also as well as the Ducks. Like we've kind of spread our scope a little bit because there's only so much bad hockey you can talk about. And they gave us plenty. But in my latest episode, we also discussed the best athlete appearances in movies, like Cam Neely, Seabass in Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane. And we decided the best athlete appearance is Andre the Giant in Princess Bride. Like that's number
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like
yeah.
We'll save the wrestling is a sport or not for another time because
I mean you got Howie Long and Broken Arrow. So
there really are quite a few athletes who tried to pursue acting.
I mean you got Dylan Playfair.
Right.
I mean,
The Rock.
He's a little, yeah.
Or even now, people like Carl Weathers. He was
right.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews,
think of him
yep.
as
Right.
an actor now, but he was an athlete.
He played for the Boner Cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back before they were the football team. And I love the story behind how the football team has not come up with the mascot because somebody who figured out what of the mascots that they wanted to use bought all the rights to those names. So that Daniel Snyder cannot use them. So now they are currently the football team.
The football team.
Yep.
The very, very exciting football team.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good times changing mascots because
so you've got Totally Offsides going on. What else you got going on?
Pandemic times, it's a party.
Yeah.
Living by myself. Working from home.
Yeah.
It's been a whole lot of me. Just me.
Yeah.
Hanging. Playing PlayStation.
Well, you're good companies.
Yeah, well, thank you. I do get out. The one thing I have afforded myself in the last year is to go play hockey because, like, mentally, like, that's that's the one thing that can get me through a year of just being inside all the time is just being in net for like an hour.
Yeah,
letting some goals in, a lot of goals in. But I get a good sweat on, and it just helps my brain. So I
know this is going to sound pervy, but which hole do they hit on you the most?
Oh, 5-hole, baby.
Hit and chip in the 5-hole. So there you go. I love the look that Tiara has on her face right now. And that's the whole reason I brought that up, just because I wanted to see that look.
He enjoys making me make that face. That I have nothing to say, and I'm just going to shut my fucking mouth.
Okay. So shall we get into a bit of Letterkenny? I
hadn't thought about it.
Before we get into this episode, let's briefly recap last episode that we had with our good buddy Trevor Risk, when we talked about Breastraunt, which was the episode he wrote, and we the Letterkenny. That was a fun episode. It was. I think we were more focused on spending time with Trevor than maybe the episode.
Trevor knows full well that I have a crush on him, and I think really enjoys that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's talk about me again for some time.
Yes, exactly.
Trevor is such a show. He is so fun. But so anyway, yeah, we so that was a fun episode. I mean,
it was.
Yeah, I mean, go watch it and then go listen to us. So let's get into this episode, the season finale, Ndn Nrg, and we open in the kitchen with Wayne and Rosie talking about Letterkenny and doing many plays on the name, and the Letterkenny and Letterkenny and Sweater. There's a lot of it.
Eddie Letterkenny.
Yeah. Yellow lead Letterkenny. So, a lot of good ones. That will be one of the ones that we're going to be having up on our TikTok at some point here. Eventually. So from there, we cut to the Modine's parking lot where Wayne, Dan, and Derry are parking. Wayne is parking the truck. And Derry wants to know why he's parking so far out back and away from the entrance. He doesn't want some drunk nutsack coming out there and taking a header into his truck, or two drunk nutsacks coming out there and bumping into it and leaving a ding. And so he informs Derry that you better wake up pretty early in the morning. And that phrase puzzles Derry, and he wants to know.
To what?
What?
You said I go wake up pretty early in the morning.
Well, then you'd better wake up pretty early in the morning.
To what?
To if you want to fool me.
Well, I don't.
What if you did?
Well, why'd I have to wake up pretty early in the morning?
If you want to sneak one past me, bud.
What do you mean?
I mean, you better wake up pretty early in the morning.
To do what?
If you want to outsmart me.
Outsmart you with what?
Well, it doesn't matter. I won't be outsmarted.
Well, I got no interest in outsmarting you.
Well, you got interest in being smart, and I'll tell you, you're cruising for a bruising.
Well, why do I gotta wake up early in the morning just to outsmart you?
If you want to beat me at what I was going to do.
Well, what were you gonna do?
Well, it doesn't matter. If you want a head start on it, you got to wake up pretty early in the morning.
Well, I'd have to wake up extra early because I don't want to skip breakfast.
Well, guess what? I'm serving knuckle sandwiches for breakfast.
Breakfast.
That's so a sibling fight right there. Like, I said something that didn't make sense, but I'm not going to fucking back down from it.
Because the very next second is Dan going, "Good buddy," and Wayne just automatic, "Good buddy."
Like, yes, I know that.
He goes from 10 to the 3.
Yeah. It also has a very who's on first feel to it, which I love. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep. Anyway, Squirrely Dan breaks in and says, this is out here is where guys come to piss, and that makes Wayne decide that maybe he should move the truck closer to the entrance. And as he tries to move his truck, Coach gets in the way and
hey! Learn how to fucking drive!
Which tickles the boys to no end, and Wayne with his closed mouth giggle, which is just really creepy and hilarious.
It really is.
So from there we cut to the basement. Stuart and Rolder explaining to Alley Cat and Bianca Donk that they're going to be DJs, a DJ duo.
Again,
that they will be called Tupac Shakur.
No.
So a lot of back and forth with that, and they also let them know that that they're big now, and that Tanis has asked them to play their release party, and they're like, "Release for what?" From there, we cut to Modine's, where Tanis is setting up with Axe Slash and Shania. Rosie and Katie are there. Tanis tells them how good they look. Riley and Jonesy then show up, tell Katie and Rosie how good they look. Tanis then unveils her new logo, Ndn Nrg, which, of course, Riley and Jonesy think is not PC, but you said it. A discussion about how the logo looks just more than a bit like the Bro Dude logo. She disagrees. Tassie and Cassie then show up and nuzzle up to Riley and Jonesy, which Katie is impressed with. The boys can't seem to figure out which one of the girls is which because they keep switching up their names. Then we cut to the Modine's bathroom. Cassie and Tassie are in there freshening up and talking about how annoyed they are with Riley and Jonesy. They talk a bit about what they're going to do. They decide they're going to try to get their jobs back with Bro Dude by snitching on Tanis for using basically the same logo. So cut back inside Modine's. Tanis is attempting to kick things off for the release party, but no one is listening. So Dan figures he's going to jump in to help her out.
Hey! Shut the fuck up and listen to Tanis before I have to stick my shoes down your throat and turn you into a very fashionable, gender-neutral pair of thigh-high fucking boots!
General.
General.
General neutral.
So,
that made me so happy.
General neutral. Anyway, at that point, everybody shuts up. Tanis gets things underway. Shania does a native dance to a native hip hop song that Tupac plays. Tanis then tells everyone that after her success with Ndn Nrg, she was able to buy the Eagles. Just then, the bro dude lady, which we don't have a name for, because I looked her up. She's just the bro dude rep, shows up with Anik in tow and tells Tanis that the logo looks a bit like the bro dude logo and that Ndn Nrg tastes the same as bro dude. Tanis says they all taste the same, which I don't disagree with. The bro dude lady then suggests that she may attempt to sue her and then heads out. Anik approaches Derry before heading out and telling us she needs to talk to him and that she'll be back later. Riley and Jonesy then run into Joint Boy and Tyson at the bar. Joint Boy and Tyson tell them that they're going to start their own beer league team, which Riley and Jonesy are cool with, that they're going to be playing them this coming weekend. Basically, they say, just take it easy. It's just beer league. And that they say they just phone it in, but they've got one person that can't be turned off, which is Shorzy. Then at that point, Shorziness ensues with a whole bunch of fuck you, Shorzy, and I fucked your mom, and Cassie and Tassie, and et cetera, et cetera. Then quick break, back to Shania and asking Tanis if she's worried about the bro dude lady. She says she's not, because it would not be a good look for them to try and take down a First Nations mom and pop shop. The bro dude lady then shows back up with Anik and stops the music, praising Stuart for how good he is. Duh. Tanis asks, she's come back to sue her. She says that she agrees. It would not look good for a big corporation to sue a First Nations mom and pop shop. But she's got something much worse planned. She's going to strip the title away from the Eagles because of a DNA test of Riley, Jonesy, and Shorzy. All came back with the same results. Tanis is very confused.
The directions said to spit in the cup and send it in.
So we spit in the cup like the directions said.
You spit in separate cups, right?
Yes! It just said spit in the cup and then send it in.
So we spit in the cup and sent it in.
You sent it in? Who sent it in?
Shorzy. Shorzy!
Can always count on Shorzy to fuck something up. At that point, the bro dude lady brings JJ Frankie JJ in to take the cup back to the Tree Rivers. At that point, Shorzy tackles him. Then the bro dude lady then reminds Riley and Jonesy about the time she said that they were looking for real athletes, and she then displays what this would look like. But by putting the hat on to Dirks, at that same time, Anik informs both Derry and Katie that she is now dating Dirks. Katie, at that point, is looking around for Wayne. We cut to outside the parking lot where Wayne is charging out the door, arms, and chest puffed out. He looks to his right and sees Marie Fred. They walk within a couple of paces each other and fade to black. The cliffhanger. So,
man.
Real quick thoughts, theories, and stuff. The repeating of the "learn how to fucking drive" throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, why? 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 I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Why was that so funny that they repeated it over and over and over and over?
And that, the repeating of Katie and Rosie getting told how good they look.
That's obvious.
One thing I didn't. Another thing. I hadn't realized, and I know that they've been in the show before, but I didn't realize that Cassie and Tassie were actually twins, and they are actually twins. Julia and Lauren Birch. They have they have racy Instagram accounts and racy OnlyFans accounts, apparently. So not that I've looked.
You've heard rumors.
I've heard this.
Go support women.
Yeah, no, but yeah. So yeah, I fully hey. We here at How Are You Now support anybody however they wish to make their living.
However they want to make a living.
As long as it's not hurting anybody else, hey, go for it. Also, I want to know, how the fuck did Dirks even make it through the fucking door?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. I mean, obviously nobody. I mean, I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, they tackled JJ.
Yeah. How did Dirk
exactly
not get some?
So what do you guys have? I mean,
oh man. Okay, so the tackling JJ thing. So
yeah.
What did Shorzy think was going to happen when he changed the DNA? Because it's obvious that he, I don't know, threw away the other guys. And
do you think he just lost them and then said, "Oh, I got to send it in"?
Could be that, or was it?
Did he mix all three together? Like,
right? Like,
I mean,
because he was obviously really, protective of this cup. Like, he was very proud of that. Like, why would he do something that could potentially fuck himself over?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know how old Shorzy is.
True.
And we know that Shorzy has been with both Riley and Jonesy's moms.
True.
Could Shorzy
could they
be
in
daddy?
fact be related?
But it still wouldn't be 100% match between the three of them. Like, no. I only have like a 23% match with my mother, which is my sister, which is weird. But I thought it would be like at least half.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, but I think that's an interesting thought. that Shorzy can.
It's a terrible thought. I don't want to think it.
What else you guys thought? I mean, observations
not a lot, but I've got a few.
Let me from the opening scene. You got before we jumped on.
Right.
They mentioned the Letterkenny Township in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So I went down and did some research about Letterkenny in Pennsylvania.
Love it.
And there's not much. The Wikipedia page does say Letterkenny Township is referenced in season 9, episode 7 of the Canadian TV series Letterkenny, as the township shares its name with the show's titular town.
I love that. I love that word, titular.
I bet you do.
It's located in Franklin County. The population is 2,318, and it was founded in 1761, named after Letterkenny in County Donegal, in Ireland. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. But now you know more about Letterkenny in Pennsylvania.
There you go.
The amount of people in Letterkenny, Pennsylvania probably would have fit within my high school.
And half the size of Letterkenny in Canada.
Or one
so now you've talked somebody in the U.S. to make their own Letterkenny in the U.S. like they tried to do with the IT crowd. And it's going to be located out of Letterkenny, Pennsylvania.
It'll be right down the street from Scranton. There'll be an office, Letterkenny.
Hashtag Dunder Myth. What else you got?
What else you got? Yeah.
You got anything else?
Let's see. I do love. As I was watching the show, and how Roald and Stewart had their DJ crew together,
right?
And you're watching it like it's just Stewart. Yeah, like Stewart's controlling everything, and as soon as Roald tries to touch something, like he gets all pissed. Yeah,
he smacks his hand.
But actually, that scene, there was a part in there that I thought was really cute between the two of them. When they were talking about, you remember when we used to be the greatest sex imaginable.
Hottest sex imaginable.
Yeah. And then Roald's like, my side project, Susan Serrated. And Stewart's like, Roald. And Roald is like, I thought you liked it. And Stewart says, I don't like it. And Roald goes, ow. And then Stewart goes, I love it. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. I mean, finally, Stewart giving Roald some props about something.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice little nugget there.
Yeah. And, the relationship between the two of them is theirs. They it's obviously consensual. So I will not say anything other than that was the first time that I really saw the possibility of a sweet dom, not just not just an asshole.
A caregiver dom moment.
Yeah. Even the most strict dom actually, has to have a relationship with the person in some way. And, unless they are completely it's only that part is the only thing that is their relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, I mean, so let's we'll backtrack a bit. This season, the first episode 1 and episode 7 are kind of tied in together. The stuff in between, maybe not so much. I mean, Katie and her scorched earth episode, kind of,
that's her rebound,
right?
Yeah.
So that's also tied in a little bit, but the rest of it is not so much, story. The thread.
You should remember that when we talk about it next week. When we wrap it up.
But my point is that there was a lot of meat in this episode at the very end.
Yes.
So you got Anik, you got Dirks, you got Marie Fred all showing up at the same time. And I mean, what are your thoughts on what's happening with? I mean, because Wayne went out there like he was about to go fight somebody.
Yeah,
but
he looked like he was.
Like he wasn't expecting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that, I mean, but he even walked up to her like, chest puffed out and everything like that. And I mean, they both have these dour looks on their face. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, the last time he saw Marie Fred was when when we assume that she warned him about Dirks. So maybe she knew, like she couldn't get there fast enough to let them know ahead of time or something, like, because before she tried messaging him or calling him and he never answered.
Right.
So I don't know.
So you think she came on her own to try to do something? Because
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because she was like parked. I mean, she was like in the middle of the parking lot. Her truck. I mean, it's like she just
pulled up.
And then got out. So I mean, so you don't think that? Because I'm just trying to think. If you think they were all who was traveling together. I mean, it's. Do you assume that Anik, Dirks, and Bro Dude Lady were all traveling together, and not with Marie Fred?
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
Because I think because Bro Dude Lady and Anik left and then came back. Like they left to go get Dirks and to get this information that they probably already had, and were just kind of waiting for the moment to drop it on them or something, because you don't get ancestry information that fast.
What I find interesting about the whole thing about putting the Bro Dude cap on Dirks as an athlete. I mean, he's a skateboard. He's a mid.
Is he on the hockey team now?
He's not. I mean, he's not. He was never a hockey player.
But is he on the hockey team now? Like, is he on the Tree Rivers? Which every time I say it, I want to say Three Rivers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's American. I mean, in the show, he's. I mean, I know in real life, Tyler Hines is Canadian, but but he plays an American in the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was one of those things that make me go, And
also too, in this episode, besides Shorzy tackling the dude, no scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of scrap.
So I mean, which tells me, I mean, because you could say the same thing with the end of season 8. There was going to be a scrap.
Right.
But there was I mean, it faded to black before there was.
And we didn't get what we normally get, which is 2 seasons within a year.
True. That's true.
We waited over a year for this season to come out, and now we have to wait almost a year for the next one because of this lovely, people refusing to wear masks thing.
Figure it out.
I can finally say that I've had my first vaccine, and thank fucking God, I don't feel as scared or as weary.
Yeah, it's a little bit, like anxiety dialed back, just
like
a bit
from like an 11 to like an 8.5.
Yeah, yeah,
just enough.
The trepidation is scaled back just a.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to sit in my own yard because somebody coughs as they're walking by the house as much as I was. But anyway,
I do also know that my Letterkenny live tickets still have not been canceled.
Same. Yeah.
So at this point, like obviously it's the one of the least bit of worries to have, but it's kind of nice to know that you still have the tickets rather than them canceling and then having to, because the show has, especially in the US, like the show has grown so much in the past year.
Right.
Like, can you imagine trying to get tickets now?
Oh my God. So many people have discovered Letterkenny thanks to the apocalypse.
I mean, the thing that I hope, because I did buy my tickets way back when.
Oh yeah.
Is that I can upgrade because I got silver because I tried to get gold.
They sold out immediately because Seattle.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hoping, that enough people will not have been able to go that they're going to have to.
Or they enlarged the venue because the pop.
But I want gold tickets. God damn it.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, we've literally been told by cast members that yes, they'll do interviews with us, but they'd rather do it in person.
Yeah.
So, like, we're looking forward to that for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Many reasons.
Multiple people who we definitely, absolutely, 100% want to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's because we know that on the live. I mean, it's of course all the Hicks, and so I think in what they were doing, and I don't know if things will change with what how they're so because it could be a completely different story than what they were doing at this point. So, but I mean, it was Stewart enrolled as well as Riley and Jonesy were in this one. So, which was new, I think, to Letterkenny Live. So yeah, I was kind of looking forward to being able to chat with those guys for at least a couple minutes
and meet Tyler in person.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've been following Tyler Johnston.
I can tell him I want to put him in my pocket.
Yeah, because I've been following Tyler Johnston since he was a kid on Supernatural. So,
yeah, right.
So, I mean, season 1 of Supernatural, I think he was like 16, 17. So,
oh wow,
skinny with that beautiful brown face. Was he blonde?
No, I don't. I think he was always kind of brownish.
Darker.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to picture the character from that episode.
From the Bugs episode, yeah.
Yep.
Am I a bad person if I've never seen Supernatural?
No, but I mean, it's
I'll get to it eventually.
I didn't start watching.
You got plenty to watch there.
Yeah, that's true. I did 15 seasons.
15 seasons. Yep.
And Dean really liked it from the beginning, but it took me a couple of seasons to get into it and then like catch up. And then we watched it religiously for a couple of years, but we haven't seen the last probably 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, 2. 14, 15. I think we watched, there was the break between, there was a mid-season break in 14. I think that's where we kind of stopped. Or something.
It's been a while.
Yeah. It's going to be a while.
A while.
I was almost at the point of running out of things to watch in my, not working time, because that's the only thing that distinguishes working from not working time right now. And I was starting to go, I actually might watch everything on Netflix by the end of all of this. And then they came out with new stuff. Yeah. So
yeah. For me, I found during this whole thing, it's been tough for me to actually, because we've had a year of this, and I've been I told you, I live alone. I have all the time in the world to watch shows, but I haven't been in the mental state to actually want to start something new.
Absolutely.
There's so many I haven't seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I know I would love it, stuff like that, and all the I have HBO Max now, and there's all these seasons of HBO shows that I've never seen because I didn't have HBO for forever. But I'm I don't have the mental capacity right now to get into a new show.
I mean, you got HBO Max, you can watch The Boondocks.
I could watch The Boondocks.
So
this sounds like a avenue into the other podcast.
Other podcast? What other podcast?
God damn it. Anyway, what I was gonna say.
Yes.
I don't watch TV in the apocalypse to pay attention to it. So
you just need something to
yeah. So I mean,
to drown out the sound of the lights.
Yeah, that too. I mean, seriously, I had a student recently figure out that if she plays quiet music in the background, she can study better. And I'm like, hey, guess what? That's what I do. Yeah. That's why there's always music in the classroom, because quiet actually is pretty loud.
Yeah. It's the worst
sometimes. So yeah, but that, I watch a lot of documentaries. I love true crime, And those are the things that I will either really watch or I will just be completely checked out and half hearing it. And I could watch it 3 or 4 times and eventually pick up everything that happened.
Just like,
you know.
Yeah.
Like I was rewatching one the other day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is where that happened." And then I was like, I watch it for a second, and then what's going on over here? Like I don't have
I'll get the other part of the next watch.
Yeah, exactly. I have the attention span of a toddler.
They just recycle it over and over like Twister.
A little bit. Some of the channels do.
Just a drill bit.
I'll have like Nat Geo, the channel, on all day and not watch a single fucking thing, but it's just on in background. So like that's the TV that I tend to watch. Or we will purposely watch something together with like the lights off in the evening. So that there's no sensory input.
Yeah, we watched the Pacific Rim anime.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
It was actually really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll check it out because I love the first movie. The second one was
it was
I
all
didn't
right.
realize they made it. Yeah, it was fine.
I love kaiju movies.
I didn't realize it was. Say it again.
I love kaiju movies. I love Godzilla and all of that. Like I'm super fucking excited for Godzilla versus King Kong.
I finally got around to. I didn't even know why I had never seen it before. I finally watched Kong Skull Island a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah,
yeah.
John C. Reilly was the best part of that movie, but as he is in most things he's in.
True story.
Yeah. So, anything else we want to talk about on? Yeah.
I do have
what
a couple
you
of things.
What you got?
So, I have a bit of a theory of something going on. Actually, so I noticed that Tanis had multiple hickeys in this episode. And when I pointed it out to Dean, he had seen one. He had noticed one. And I'm like, no, there's more than one. And like you could tell in some scenes it looked like they were trying to cover it up with their hair. And some scenes they were just like, fuck it, Tanis would embrace it. And my theory is that at first they tried to frame it so that you couldn't see them. And then they were like, whatever. So
it's too much, yeah.
Because she had one on her boob
and one on
her neck.
And you know, in real life, in real life, the actress is in a relationship with somebody and has had a baby during the pandemic. And like I think that they were in the beginnings of the Hot and Heavy when she was filming that, and you know, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Because it made me question. I mean, because I would think. I mean, and this is just me thinking. I mean, if they didn't want it to be in there, they could have make-upped it out.
Right. That's why it looked like, because she had long hair, and in some of the scenes, her hair was perfectly covering both things. Like, she would turn to the side, and it would be down,
and it was like
here, and then suddenly it was like, no, it's just there. It's just there. But then it would go back and forth. Like, there was a little bit of a continuity issue with that, but which would be in real life too, though, if you had long hair and you're moving it around. So.
Yeah, like you stay focused on that for so long, and then like later in the day you're like, like totally forget about it. And then someone goes, wait, what is that? And you're like, shit.
Well, then, like when I pointed it out to Dean, he was like, "Well, is that on purpose? Is like because Tanis was dating the coach?" And I'm like, "No, I think that's real life." And they just were like,
because they were really
good.
They're really good. I mean, if they're
like,
makeup, they did them really well.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
I just wanted to, also point out that Tanis's tits are amazing.
Oh yeah.
You know. I wasn't looking at them at all. So
she can work at a restaurant.
So there was a part in when they were sitting in the truck together, Wayne, Derry, and Dan.
Yeah.
And under his breath, Derry was basically saying, it's cold outside. I don't want to walk so far. And he goes, your dad should have kicked your ass another time or two.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, are you saying that you know that his dad used to beat him up and you think he should have beat him up more and it's a joke? Like that's the way that my, formerly abused brain took it. And I was just like, did that stick out to anybody? Because it hit me in the face.
Well, it did. It did. But I mean, going back and looking at how they're like, going back to looking at Crack and Ag when that whole discussion about nothing should ever come to violence except when it comes to labor. And, I could see when if Derry's not working, if he's supposed to be doing his dairy job and that is, in that instance, maybe that's what he's referring to. He got his ass kicked by his dad from slacking off.
Yeah.
So, And so they say, so when it comes to labor, violence is acceptable. So,
All right.
Because we also know how single-minded Wayne is too with things like that. So like work is important, dogs are important, like and like.
But yeah, that's even a Squirrely Dan thing. So I mean, because even Squirrely Dan says, you know, he goes, I'm the last one to call for violence, except when it comes to fucking labor. So even Dan, so that's part of the that's the hick mindset, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't think Wayne.
It just sounds like
dude. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's just the specific wording in it just made me go, ooh, I wonder if they realize that some people might not take that as a joke.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're usually really good about it. Like, I never really feel like any of the jokes are hurtful.
Yeah.
Sure.
That one just kind of struck me different a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like they, like you said, like they have a pretty good batting average. So
Hell
if
yeah.
one kind of like,
Every now and then
I'm
you
not
get
poo-pooing the whole show.
You get a stinker every now and then.
Sure. Yeah.
Not poo-pooing the whole show.
I mean, it's
Fucking
not like
love this
it's
show.
not like 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
I don't remember them losing 9 times.
Anyway, before we got off on a Ferris Bueller's / Mighty Ducks losing streak.
Not very mighty.
That's all
That's all you got?
That's all the big things that I got. Yeah.
That's all the big things.
All of my other little notes were like, 2 cups. That's a reasonable question. Like, did you spit in 2 different cups? Yeah, I would have asked that too.
Yeah.
I mean, they are in essence the same person.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that statement like about, you know, chill is just beer league. Like no one cheers. Like there's always that team that doesn't chill in beer league. There's tryhards. There's a guy who will score 5 goals in a game because he thinks he's gonna get called by an NHL scout. Like
from beer league.
Yeah.
Totally.
Hockey. Oh, I love Coach so much.
So good.
Mark Forward is so goddamn funny.
We're not a fucking drive.
We're on a fucking drive. Yeah. Oh, god damn it, Mark Forward. Have we got anything else?
Oh, that's all. That's it on my end.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. How about a little Fuck Fight Ferda, brought to you by Ndn Nrg. So, for those of you playing at home, Fuck Fight Ferda is our version of Fuck, Marry, Kill. We don't want to kill anybody, and we don't want to get married because nobody in Letterkenny, with the exception of Dax and Ron and the McMurrays, are married.
And Wayne wants to get married. Like, he's romantic in that way, but he's really the only one who has wanted to get married so far.
True. He's gotten engaged at least once.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know I don't know how that went with Angie, but anyway, I mean, yeah. So let's start with Wayne.
Ferda.
We're Ferdoing Wayne. Okay.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot my shot. It's fuck, man.
Shoot your shot.
Do
it.
With people, it's either they're fucking Wayne or they're fighting him. So
yeah. And I'll say Ferda because I don't want to fight him, and I may want to fuck him, but he's also monogamous, and I respect that.
I'm not gonna respect it.
I respect that.
My safe word is. Anyway, Miss Katie. She's looking good.
She is looking good. I'm
Ferda.
Yeah.
Ferda.
I'm too Demi for she's just looking good. Like she didn't do anything in this episode to promote from Ferda.
She had a cute little leather skirt on. Did you notice that?
I did not actually notice that.
You did, yeah. I was like, oh, Katie's wearing a leather skirt. All right then. Derry.
Ferda. I wanted when Anik came up and said we need to talk and he got a smile on his face. I just wanted to smack that. Don't smile at that bitch. Come on. You know she does not mean good by that. Jesus, Derry.
Big weddings.
Right?
Squirrely Dan and his red bow tie.
Ferda.
I'm gonna fuck him because I love it when he kind of loses his cool just a little bit when he's like yelling at people on behalf of somebody. Like it reminds me of the spelling bee. I love that. I love that. I love it.
Him, yeah, you're right. Him getting angry always makes me laugh the hardest. Like sushis and sashimis, still is like one of my top 3 favorite things ever.
And even when we can't, stop fucking slaughtering. It's like, what the fuck did he say?
Doesn't matter. It was funny.
Doesn't matter. He said tough fucking sledding. Oh, okay.
That's exactly how we watched it. Wait, what did he say? That's what those words were.
It's really closed captioning. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, always.
Rosie.
Same as Wayne, Ferda, because I don't want to piss Wayne off. But if the two of them, you know, I could be into that.
If the invitation presents itself.
Yeah.
Sure.
Be rude to say no.
Right. Exactly.
You're a guest in Letterkenny.
So, Chip, where are you with Rosie?
I guess I'm with you. I would Ferda.
All right. Riley and Jonesy. They are one person.
Can't take the time to even figure out which girl you're fucking.
Yeah.
Cassie and Tassie. I mean,
I'm Cassie. I'm Tassie. Right?
Build is different.
I mean, they are twins. The only difference is the hair color.
And I'm okay. So I don't know about. I grew up with twins that I knew, and I could always tell them apart. Always. I've had students where they were twins, and they get off the bus dressed exactly the same, and I can tell you which one is my student and which one goes to the other class. I don't know what that is, but if I can't if I'm just meeting them. But if it's someone that I know, I can tell you exactly from I don't know an expression they make on their face or. Like,
it seems, I mean,
like their personality or like,
something. Well, before they even talk. Like,
before they talk. Oh, got it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, with these two, there's no real personality there because they're still, they're very minor characters and they're just, arm candy and to move along that plot. So I told them apart by their hair, yes, because one is bleach blonde and one is dark hair.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Riley and Jonesy can't do at least that. Like that's the minimum.
I think they have a hard time telling themselves apart from each other.
I believe that. I would believe that. I believe that. Yeah.
So anyway, Riley and Jonesy, I'm
gonna fight them.
Are you gonna fight? Okay.
You can't remember which one's which.
If hockey is that important to you and you can't send in your own spit,
right? Why would you ever trust Shorzy with anything?
Yeah.
Why would you put this whole thing, this championship that is so important to you? Why would you put that all on the line for Shorzy, a guy you don't get along like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're fighting Riley and Jonesy too?
I'm fighting them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dumbasses.
Sturt.
Ferda.
Okay. Is there more to that? I mean, you're thinking about there's some.
Well, usually I get really annoyed by Stuart. I didn't get annoyed by him in this episode. I really that interaction between him and Rold where he was like, I love it. I was like, that's the sweetest moment between the two of them in the series so far, in my opinion.
That and the Easter one.
Which one?
The Easter one where the zombie walk.
Yeah.
And then
but yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with Ferda.
Okay.
He gets on my nerves too often for that to ever be a thing. So
you know what? I'll fuck him just for Two Cock Shakura alone because that name is hilarious. It's genius. So okay, let's go.
I'm like the bro dude rep. That is terrible. The kids are gonna love it.
True.
It's so dumb and so genius.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Roldy.
Oh, I always love Roldy.
Who doesn't love Roldy?
I love that he's so convinced that he's a part of this that he'll like touch a button or like touch the turntable.
He'd just be so happy to be there. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And even when like Stuart smacks his hand away, he's like, "That's okay, I'm still here.
It's fine. I'm happy to be here. I'm a firm Ferda.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in this one, I'm also firm Ferda because I need that kind of positivity in my life.
Yeah.
I need somebody who's just like, everything's cool. Let's just dance.
Yeah. Tanis.
I very rarely don't say fuck Tanis.
Yeah,
So.
I agree.
I see Ferda because it looks like apparently from those hickeys she's getting fucked enough.
Maybe they're my hickeys.
You wish. Oh, you wish.
Oh, you wish.
Okay. Shania.
Man, she was cute as fuck in this episode dancing. Ferda. I know, I'm making faces today that he's just loving. It's so funny.
Ferda, but I really want to fuck her.
Yeah, Ferda, but like
borderline Ferda.
Yeah, borderline Ferda.
Ferda plus.
Yeah.
Ferda with benefits.
I like that. Yeah. she got some shape, and I like her shape.
Yeah. She likes to move it.
No, don't do that. That reminds me of Evan. Your son. What, 12 years ago?
Yeah.
I like to move. Oh my God.
Okay.
The most adorable thing.
Chip, where are you on Shania?
I'll be a Ferda as well.
All
Wait,
right.
it was 12 years ago. Was that Madagascar?
Yep.
Is that why
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Axe and Slash. They are one.
Ferda.
Okay. Gaylor.
Ferda. She didn't have any meat in this episode,
No,
really.
not
She
really.
was just.
Yeah, she was like, what, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassie and Tassie.
Or Tassie and Cassie.
Yes.
Oh. On one hand, I completely understand why they did what they did, but on the other hand, I want to fight them because they knew they were screwing over Tanis and them. So I'm going to say fight.
And and they still didn't get their jobs back.
Yeah.
And they still didn't get exactly.
Yeah.
I'd fight them too.
Yeah, I agree. Tyson and Joy Boy.
Can I have one without the other?
Yeah, both are a bit much. One's fine.
Well, I know
Ferda. I'm going to say Ferda. Ferda.
All right,
Too
Ferda.
much.
Ferda. Shorzy.
You won't fight?
You gonna fight Shorzy?
I'm going to fight him. Fuck him.
right.
I'll fuck Shorzy.
You gonna
Go
fuck
for it.
Shorzy?
Do it. You have to. Everybody should at least once. Not me.
Yeah.
I want to teach him that he wants to have his ass kicked by a woman. Like that's how I feel about him.
Yeah.
I want him to bring me up in his chirps to Jonesy and Riley.
Fuck you, Jonesy. I fucked Chip the other day. I'll have to think of a Shorzy chirp for you. I'm gonna skip Allie and Bianca.
Ferda. I mean, they're doing exactly what Stuart and Rold were hoping they would do. Basically, look hot and you know,
and like
pump them up.
around.
Yeah.
By the way, would you buy one of those shirts? Would you get a Tupac Shakur shirt?
I
love the name, but I don't think I would have it across my.
I'm going to be honest. If I went to another kink convention, I would wear that shirt.
All right.
But other than that, I would probably never.
Not day to day, going to get coffee.
Right.
With a mask on and a Tupac Shakur shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like if I wore it to work, I'd get fired. So
probably so. Yeah. Anik.
I always disliked her. I'm going to say fight.
Yeah.
Fight that.
Fight that. Bro dude lady.
Fight.
I mean, yeah.
This is the face she's making all the time.
Yeah, it's like she smelled a fart.
Yeah.
All day long.
Fight, yeah.
Dirks.
You fuck him. No, never ever fuck him again. Nobody ever fucks him again. That's what I want.
No fuck Dirks.
No fuck Dirks.
So you're fighting him? Fight. And finally, unless I've missed somebody, Marie Fred.
We do not know her intentions.
Yeah, true. I mean,
we don't
ask her questions. I would still fight her, and then we'll talk after and figure out what she wanted. But
so you're tossing the mitts. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Katie got a cooter punch in on her, right?
Yeah.
Cooter hit.
Yep. Cooter kick. Right in the twiffer.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say Ferda, but ready to fight.
Okay.
And benefit of the doubt is based solely on her trying to warn Wayne last time about Dirks and hoping
True.
that that's what this is about.
Yeah. I can see
minor
that.
pass.
Yeah.
Like you got one shot, one opportunity.
Whatever that vomit on your mom's spaghetti, whatever that talking singer says.
Sorry, that just was too perfect. Not just. You love.
God damn, Mark Forward needs.
Did you put Coach on there?
Oh, I did not put Coach on the Coach. Yeah, Coach.
Ferda, Coach needs
yeah.
to relax.
He needs to learn how to fucking drive.
Right.
So your
Ferda.
Coach.
Ferda.
How did I miss Coach? There was a lot of people in this episode.
Yeah. Not quite everybody.
No, not ever. I mean, the McMurrays were not there.
They weren't a lot in that season, but
No.
I think that's probably more because of maybe Winona or stuff.
Maybe.
Because
Sure.
that started taking off when they were working on this too. At least that's about when my mom discovered it. So I know that her and her friends started watching it around then.
That's all you hear about? Yes.
For a little while there, yeah.
Yeah, there were 26 actors in this episode.
Oh,
And if you do Connor and
Connor and Darian, yeah.
too,
That
that's
was so it's 28. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. That's a lot. I think this
That's a dense cast. of
yeah,
people,
it was. I mean, it's like so I said, it's a very meaty episode. I mean, with the
obviously setting up huge things that are going to happen in season 10, and knowing that it was written because they write the seasons together, we know that it's been written for like 2 years, and they're probably maybe updating some stuff in there
Sure.
or whatever. But
Mhm.
like, I'm actually more excited about season 10 than I was in anticipating 9, because 9 was basically all filmed before everything went to shit.
right.
So it was just about editing, and once people were safe again and learning how to do stuff from, I don't know, distance or whatever. Shut up. But like they've had a lot of time to sit on that script and maybe perfect some of it and update jokes and maybe put better ones in. Like they've had more time for this, and
Yeah.
they're so fucking clever. And I'm looking forward to seeing what a script that had a lot of time to
Yeah.
sit and be thought about.
I am curious about that. I do think though sometimes if you have something that you can rework so often that you tend to overthink it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
So yeah, Chip, what are your thoughts on what's possibly gonna happen in season 10?
Oof.
What would you like to see happen? Either way.
Either way.
I would like to see Bro Dude go out of business.
Yep. Yeah. I want to see what happens with that. The Eagles got to get their champion. They have to figure out a way to legitimize Riley, and Jonesy and Shoresy to
Right.
get the cup back. There's going to be that's the top of their minds right now for that hockey team, is to get their glory back, because it affects Tanis, it affects
Right.
everybody. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because the thing is it was only taken away until they could sort that out. That's what
Sure.
she said.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there's going to have to be another DNA test. So I mean,
Did you hear my brain out loud?
yeah. I mean,
Everybody out there who just sang a Lizzo song in their head, I apologize. That came from my brain.
so yeah, yeah, I don't know how that'll sort out. I mean, I think it's I like Tanis. I mean, I so many people are qualified because of the Indian Act in Canada that it makes these 3 very white people potential First Nations acceptable. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. But I mean, what do you think is going to happen with Dirks? Do you think there's going to be a scrap beginning in episode 1, season 10? I mean, because there was no scrap at the end, just like there was no scrap at the end
So
of
it just
8.
means a scrap is coming.
But there was exactly that's what. So there was, but
We're in pre-scrap times.
right.
I don't think the season will start with a scrap.
You don't think so?
I think that like if they literally pick up right where they left off, then everyone's too like shocked and freaked out that this is happening, probably. But I feel like there's a big plan in there somewhere. Like, are Dierks and Anik really together? If they are, is it is it a, like what's the word that I'm trying to think of? Like Scientology arranged relationship in order to gain something.
Could be. I mean, yeah, because I was looking at that. I mean, my thoughts are, Marie Fred and Anik were friends or are friends or something. I don't know. I wonder has Marie Fred talked Anik into doing something with Dierks in order to get something to happen with Wayne? I just want a lot of those
there's lots of possibilities
ulterior,
there.
Like ulterior to the ulterior.
Right.
And are Marie Fred and Anik still friends after all of this that's happened?
I mean, yeah, because
and how the fuck did Dierks meet Anik and they got together? And
so we know that there was the party that they had. So when Marie Fred at the end of season 8 explained that they were at a
strip club.
at a strip club, but for a bachelorette party.
Oh yeah,
and so their parties met up. So which leads me to think that, I mean, if Marie Fred was there, Anik was there, so that's how they met. So, so it makes me curious, curiouser and curiouser. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for 10. So yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Chip, you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to do some. I think we all need to know. We need to do a deep dive more on Letterkenny, Pennsylvania. I think that's what we need to do,
right?
They should take a trip down there.
We buy land.
3 lines of info is not enough.
No.
How much land can we buy out there? Is it Amish country?
There you go. I mean, it's the Mennonites.
Yeah.
The nappers. Fucking they run. So, Chip, before we go, tell us where we can find you.
All right. Well, you can follow me on social media at That Girl Chip. And then you can follow the podcast again on all social medias at Totally Offsides with an S. It's grammatically wrong, but for the name, it's correct.
Offsides is.
Offsides.
That'll definitely be in our show.
It's the reason why there's an S.
Yes. All right. Well, Chip, thanks for joining us. We love having you here, and I hope to have you here again. Maybe for season 10, maybe for something else, but we'll figure something out for sure.
Figured out,
and and once we get the fucking the Kraken going here, maybe because I intend to learn some stuff about some more hockey stuff,
considering their facility is 3 blocks from us.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the practice facility, whatever.
Yeah.
What is Key Arena called now? Climate Change Arena.
Climate Change Arena. Yeah. Rolls off the tongue.
That's
totally.
That's so very Seattle. I mean, we
it is so very Seattle.
We're
it's the most fake liberal city in the country.
If you've listened to Tiara and I for any amount of time, you know that we're pretty progressive, and we think that's fucking ridiculous. So
yeah.
Well,
it's a stamp of look at us, look how good we are.
Yes, exactly. It's virtue signaling.
God. Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, let's have a goodbye there. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining us as we covered season 9 in its entirety. Join us again in a couple of weeks as we do our recap show about it, and we'll do all the stuff that we do in a recap show. Again, thanks to Chip for joining us this week. It's been a blast. We love having you here. Thanks to Light the Lamp for lending us their music. We hope you enjoy it. We'll have all their information. They're out on Bandcamp, and they're out on Light the Lamp, out on the Twitter and all that other stuff. But yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks as we do the recap. So Take care now.